Goodfellow Air Force Base is the only location for U.S. Department of Defense fire training. Personnel from all armed forces come to San Angelo to learn advanced firefighting techniques. Nathan Mayer has a special report tonight on just what it takes to become a military firefighter.
Here at Goodfellow Air Force Base, the action starts early as students suit up and learn what it takes to become a Department of Defense firefighter.
The Fire Academy was moved here to Goodfellow Air Force Base in the early 1990s, I believe in 1994. And we moved from Chanute Air Force Base, and at that time it was a Air Force only school. When they moved here to Goodfellow, we took in all the joint services.
The Department of Defense Fire Academy is a 68-day training course that is split into 5 blocks. Block 1, Emergency Medical Responder.
Day 1 is child, infant, and adult CPR, and then there's 7 days of academic instruction to go over your National Registry Emergency Medical Responder material. That is typically covered in a semester course at a community college. We cover it in 7 days. There's a psychomotor evaluation day, and then the Pearson VUE test to get your National Registry certification.
In the Academy, students utilize high-end tools to understand EMR materials and practice to excel in the registry exam. One of the tools they use, they've given the name Harold.
So this is my friend Harold.
My name's Harold.
Harold, along with other members of the dummy community, is used as a real person with ailments for students to tend to.
We have our lung mannequins where they have to show us how to give respirations. We have our CPR mannequins that light up and show oxygenated blood going all the way to the brain, and they have to use that to show the skills of using CPR. We also have backboards, we have splints. We teach them all the basics when it comes to medical.
The numerous tools used in the EMR block simulate real-world calls that the students may receive as firefighters.
From somebody being unresponsive to having to treat them for CPR, or maybe somebody got into a car accident and we have to treat them, trauma bleeding, anything like that, would put a bandage over it.
Being a firefighter is difficult. Not only is it physically challenging, but mentally as well, as you work your way through uncomfortable scenarios such as being inside a small tunnel or being blindfolded and searching through a building.
It goes over your foundational firefighting skills that you need for success.
In fundamentals, students learn how to properly don their gear, use tools like ladders, axes, and ropes, and learn techniques in victim removal, which students and instructors alike say can be the most difficult part.
It's one thing to witness it, but then once you put the gear on and do it, it's a little more intense than you originally thought.
So that's what we did. Strapped with an armband to monitor my vitals, I geared up and attempted dummy drags. And although at first it was easy, I soon realized just how quickly I can tire out. Well, that was definitely probably the most difficult thing I think I've ever experienced. We were tracking the heart rate. I was at 194 for the longest time. It was something definitely not for the faint of heart. It's definitely something you want to train for sure.
Once you really get down to it, just got to push yourself. You know, if other people past you've done it, people smaller than you, bigger than you, faster than you can do it, slower than you can do it. You just got to, you know, focus on yourself and just push through.
The final test of the fundamentals block is search and rescue, where students are partnered in teams of 2, blindfolded, and tasked with finding a downed victim in a building.
This block is very, very physically demanding, and if you really and truly want to be here, it's going to show in the objectives. So if you really want to be here, you're going to work really hard, you're going to get the objective done, and you can move on.
Nathan Mayer, KLST News.